Hi everybody, we are the founders of Schnellspesen. Let me first ask you a question. Which one of you has to deal with expenses and handing them into your company? Thanks. That sucks, right? And believe me, you're not the only people who have this problem. We assume that in Germany about 4.3 million people have to deal with this problem. And we had some interviews this weekend, and what people told us is that they at least spend 1 hour per month on expenses and expense reports. That is a huge waste of time and of course a huge waste of money. Therefore, companies are willing to pay for our app. Think about the process you have in your company right now. And now we're going to present how our app works.
Sadly, many receipts are still on paper, so we have a solution for that. We can just take a picture of a receipt. It's then imported in our app, and the information is extracted. You can then confirm that it has been done correctly. Also, more and more transactions are done online, where you get digital receipts. So you can import digital documents, like so, and the information is extracted as well. You get an overview where you can confirm it. This transaction has been purchased with a company credit card, so we can link the transaction to the receipt and show you all the other information on the receipt. Here's a notification that some information is missing that might be needed for taxes. You can confirm it, and then you can send everything to your accounting department. You just have to confirm that everything's correct and complete. That's how easy it is. This has many benefits. For the company, it's cheaper. For you, it saves time and hassle, which means you're more motivated. We can also link the transactions to the receipts if we get information on the transactions. We can check if the receipt is valid because we analyze the content and see if all the information is there that is needed for tax reasons. We can ensure that company policies are followed by hinting if you violate them. And we can guide employees through the process if they are not too familiar with what is needed by tax law. And you get immediate satisfaction because you can just complete this task immediately after you get the receipt, and you don't have to do it all at once at the end of the month. It's really important to us to not focus just on paper receipts, because we believe the future is digital, and in the future payments will be made with your mobile phone, where we can generate a digitally signed receipt from the transaction. And at some point in the future, tax authorities will be paperless, and then we'll be ready for that.
Let's hear from our judges.
Maybe it has been in the 3 minutes. Thanks for that. But is there the possibility to implement here templates, tables, and which are used by the company?
Templates for what?
Yeah, special templates used by the company for their expense tasks.
Yes, that would be possible, but we would try to directly integrate with the bookkeeping of the company, so you don't have to generate a report and then hand that in. You just click on the button and it's in the bookkeeping. So this would be one step better, I think.
I would like to know what's the technology that's being needed to actually extract the information from the invoice. By scanning it, and then because what you're doing is you convert the picture into information, obviously.
Yeah, there's some character recognition going on, and we will use a third-party app for that, which is called Genie, and they are really awesome. And Genie, yes. They do this, and they have both optical character recognition, and they also have a huge database of receipts, so you can do semantic analysis. So they don't only give you the characters that are on the receipt, they also tell you like the tax ID is this, and the amount is this, and so on. So you can use that for detecting fraud or checking that everything's there, and doing all this kind of stuff.
Cool.
I think there are a couple of apps in the market that try to do that. What's the special thing And how will you extend the correctness of Genie if they are not so good?
Well, the first thing that makes us special when you thought about this idea, we noticed that there are many different kinds how you can get the receipt, like digital or paper and if you build a solution that just offers a solution for a couple of % of the cases, that wouldn't seem good. And some of the solutions we found were only for paper receipts, others only for digital receipts. Some were for both kinds of receipts, but they didn't guide you through the whole process. As you have seen, we have a lot of guidance to help you along with that. And we haven't seen any company that offers this, specialized for this kind of tasks. I mean, you know there are companies that deal with scanning documents, but not specialized for this task, which gives us kind of a best solution for that, I think.
Did you thought about how much would be the saving per person in absolute figures, in euros?
Yeah, we talked to some people, and they gave us some numbers. So somebody just told us flat out that this be like 50 euros per person per month. We made a little calculation. Can you lead them through that?
Yeah, sure. And yeah, we said, let's say 4.3 million employees in Germany are in this whole expense process. And we said, okay, let's say an average income of 70,000 euros. You work 50 hours a week, that's 2,400 hours a year. And that's an income per hour, it's 27 euros. And we said, or the interviewer said, you spend at least 1 hour per month on expense reports. So that's 12 hours a year. And so the hours you have to spend make expenses in 324 euros a year. And we said, okay, let's say the app costs, or the company has to pay for per person 100 euros. That's huge revenue for us. And even though the company saves 224 euros per person per year.
And that's only the revenue you save from the productivity being lost. To come back to the earlier question, to check the correctness, if you're just in the cab and exiting, it takes you like 2 seconds to check the receipt against what's been scanned. And so you have the opportunity to change that, that you could have seen in our demo. So that guarantees that everything is correct. And you sign for it by saying everything's correct and complete. So if something's wrong, it's not the company that's at fault, it's you.
Do you have any experience in integrating your application in bookkeeping systems of big companies? Because it's a kind of very secure area. So is there any experience you have already that you can just have an interface and it's done?
Well, we are 2 developers in the team. We don't have experience with that exactly, but we have experience with integrating complex interfaces in banks and other companies.
Thank you guys.